Here we go then, game 3 on day 2 here at Namdong Stadium. It's Japan versus Thailand. Here they come. Japan on fire yesterday, seen off Singapore and Uzbekistan with 0 scores, then beating Hong Kong, coming back from 2 tries down to win 24-12. Thailand's beating Korea 12-10. Beating Guam, but losing to China. And here's the Japanese side.
Kuwai and Nakamura, particularly Nakamura, are the ones to look out for. She's the gel and the glue of the team. Shimizu. And Thailand, of course, Chom Phu-mi, Yusri and Limrat. Very much the key players of that team. And they had a lot of guts yesterday, Grant, Thailand.
They don't back down at all. They love the aggressive stuff, but they've got some good runners, as you say. They can get around the outside too. Got a couple of players with footwork, but they're up against the Olympians, Japan, as they try to repeat their cup victory in Hong Kong 3 weeks ago. And Yamanaka gets us underway with a pinpoint restart. She really is a master of those restarts. In Thailand it is with the first start. Japanese line speed is good with Nakamura tearing out of the line, and Thailand earning an early penalty from referee Gabby Lee from Hong Kong. Straight away there, seeing the intent of this Japanese defence.
They've got an early break, kicking for touch, get a bit of field position Thailand.
So just 5 metres inside the Japanese half. You'd think they've got to score early, Thailand, if they want any chance of tipping over this champion side.
Japan have been very impressive so far. Good win over Singapore, and of course demolished Uzbekistan yesterday.
Piermart throws it in, but it comes back to Noriko Taniguchi. 3 tries yesterday. Here's Nakamura, the general of this Japanese side. Taniguchi again. This is Tsusumi, bangs on the left foot. Look at this run from the diminutive Tsusumi. She's on there for Shimizu at the moment. And bursting down the side now, Yuki Su gets it back inside to Noriko Taniguchi. And a Kuwai is on hand. And that's good defence from Thailand. But coming from the side, says Gabrielle Lee. Thought they'd done well to get back for that. Here goes Shimizu. Has struggled to get on the scoreboard. Good weaving run from her. Yamanaka to Nakamura. And they've worked their way down their field and opened their account on day 2. Classic Japanese rugby.
Classic indeed. And Nakamura in screen at the moment. She continues to impress everyone that's watching this tournament in the last 2 legs. She was the player of the tournament back in Hong Kong. She really makes the most of her opportunities.
Yamanaka has put that to the left. Look at the footwork from Mayu Shimizu. 9 tries in Hong Kong. Only 1 on this tournament, but she's turned provider on this occasion.
You can see just a little beautiful offload. Shimizu saw that she had support. Draw the defender in, got the ball away. Great support play.
Yamanaka again, this time deciding to go long, down into the hands of Ratanapon. That's good footwork from Naratsara. She is one of the steppers in this side, but she's turned it over. Here's Nakamura now. Steadies the ship. Susumi. Already seen her off the left foot 3 or 4 times today. Didn't see much of her yesterday. There goes Anna Kuwai. She's a big ball carrying forward. Taniguchi to Nakamura. They're very wide and deep. Again, she makes a good decision to step off the right. She saw the Thai line speed was good. Susumi gets a bouncer into the chest, and that wasn't a nice pass to her. That's a shame. It breaks down there. Good defence from Thailand, though.
Was good defence by Thailand. what they don't have in size and physicality, they make up for in sheer tenacity and intensity. When they get the ball, they can play. They're very quick.
First scrum feed for Thailand, and it comes flying back. Now Naratsara. This is risky stuff from Thailand, just shoveling it on and putting pressure on your teammates, but Naratsara comes away with it. And now Chichanuk decides to try to get around Yamanaka and Susumi, and she won't do so. They've got real speed out wide, have Japan. Look at the scrapping work there from Thailand. Chichanuk ducks under one, and Nakamura finally gets around her legs. Nakamura, a little bit of daylight there between the tackle and the steal attempt. Jutamis now to the 22. And good scrappy, hustling, desperate work from Thailand to just stay on that ball.
Here it is again. You can see they've got a bit of power and strength. Nakamura can't get her opposite number down. And that's the type of thing you want to see. That desire to go forward. They've got to get points on the board, Thailand. If they're going to have any chance, they've got to convert this line out, maintain possession and work their way upfield.
To the front this time to Naratsara. It's been fumbled though, and here come Japan. Susumi to Yamanaka, the skipper. Bang off the right foot. Sure and steady from Mio Yamanaka. Nakamura now behind the gain line. That's where she makes good decisions. Sees that the sweeper's up shallow. Nakamura now looking for support. Looks up to see Shimizu looming, and how about that from Chiharu Nakamura? The vision on the back foot. She got a sloppy pass.
Well,
Shimizu should be congratulated for reading Nakamura's mind. She was onside. As soon as the kick happened, she went with it.
Substitution by Japan. The person is substituted for number 8.
And Yamanaka gets the conversion. Here it is again. Almost too deep, Nakamura, but there was no sweeper, so she had a bit of time, even though she was under pressure. Gets a nice little hand off the deck. And who's there to receive? Shimizu, who goes around under the posts. Isn't she very happy about that?
Love the way Nakamura just looked up before she took the ball. Looked to see who was there before she took the ball. Fantastic vision. If she was to become unavailable or injured, I think to make a real dent in this Japanese cohesiveness. And Yamanaka with another beautiful restart. Anna Kuwai chasing through, but Jutamas on the ground there. Jutamas just crabbing forward illegally. Taniguchi, good strong run over the 22, ridden to the ground like a horse by Naratsara. Here's Nakamura. Shimizu on a straight line, tries to step out again but slips over. Yamanaka. Great steal. Looks like Jutamas, was it? Coming away now, Chichanuk. But holding on there under the attentions of the Japanese defence. And Akuwai gets it wide to Nakamura again. You can't turn your back on them. They'll be over the line, just like that.
Well, great quick play it was by Kuwai. Saw that there was no Thai defenders in front of her at all. Tapped quickly, and who was always there? Seems to be in the right spot at the right time all the time is Nakamura. Too much class, too much talent, Japan. Good intensity. They've really got a nice gap on Thailand now. Taniguchi took it forward, took it inside the 22, laid the ball back, and they moved it very quickly, but then got the free kick, and Kuwai tapped. and Nakamura was there to receive. She does a lot of work.
MVP in Hong Kong. Player of the tournament.
Well, she's going that way again here.
It was a tough decision between her and 11 Mayo Shimizu, who led the way with 9 tries. So 17-0 at half time. Winner of this will go through to the Cup final. And they'll be playing Hong Kong or China, which is the next match.
And that will be about 4 o'clock local Korea time on rugbypass.com. And you can switch over at about 12:30 for the last 10 games of today, live and in HD. I've got to say, Grant, the quality of the pitch here is outstanding. The venue for the Asian Sevens Asian Games 2014. Purposely built stadium here in Incheon.
It's a good bit of
haze.
It's great turf. Players much happier here, I think, than on the artificial turf of Hong Kong Football Club, which is a good track, but she's a different game on that surface.
They do love to play on grass, generally, although some of the technology on artificial turf, look at Twickenham. Twickenham's a perfect example in London, home of RFU. It's a grass with some stitching and sand underneath.
Here we go then, as Misaki Suzuki takes that one down and puts her ears back. Taniguchi to Susumi. Nakamura with a beautiful wide pass to Kaito, who's on the field. Arm is out with the referee. This is Shimizu on the far side. Susumi with the wide pass. Taniguchi. Tai's trying to hold Takeuchi on, who's on the field. Subs have been rolled. Susumi out wide. Look at the footwork of this player with the blue headgear on. She's something special. Here goes Misaki Suzuki again. 2 good runs from her now. Can she find support? Can Naritsara stay on her? No, she can't. Misaki Suzuki's going to go all the way. And the opening passage of play was a long one, and it finishes down the field. All smiles for Japan. Try number 4.
Misaki Suzuki. She saw the space, she had the opportunity, and she broke away from the tackle, but it was really good work by Honaka Tsusumi, who had come on in the blue headgear, number 12, that got that passage of play blowing. Here it is, does a step, has the sense to not only drop the ball and get to her feet, but outpace the cover defence. Was a bit of a dummy, not really required. And it's a nice try for her and her team. And congratulated by Taniguchi.
Japan have left a couple of stars out of the series so far. Miri Yamaguchi and Okuroda, who were both at the Olympics, and filling their spot, 11 and 12. Shimizu and Susumi on this series so far have been impressive. Maybe not to Yamaguchi's standard, who's a real flyer and a stepper, but with 9 tries to Shimizu, 11 now on the series, and Susumi with the footwork already today. They're developing the next generation, as referee Gabby Lee awards a penalty to Japan. And a fumble there from Mayo Shimizu.
Yeah, she wasn't really ready for it, was it? The angle was too acute, too close to the ball carrier. The right idea.
Here's Naritsara. Thais just get nothing out of this Japanese defence. And again, they've turned it over. Just superior technique. Here comes Takeuchi now. It's a strong run from her to Susumi, and she shows it. Good spot tackle coming in from Utampon. Susumi juggling it. Try line in sight, but straight to ground goes the supporting player, and you got to say, good desperate defence from Thailand.
Well, Thailand actually knocked it on, which then was play on to some extent by Japan, because she knocked back Susumi, and there's the try line. That's how close it was.
Does look like Roxina knocked that forward, but anyhow, it's still pressure on for Thailand. They're a long way from the try line, and the Japanese defence has only given up 2 tries in the weekend. Those were to Hong Kong yesterday.
The referee is having a chat to Thailand because they're making 2 substitutions. And there she is, number 8, Si Song Gum. She's coming on. But if Thailand need to really pick up the speed of this game if they're going to have any chance to score points.
Line out's gone flying over the top, and a big collision there on the ground. There's Nakamura going in. She's strong on the ball, but didn't support her weight. There's Gabby Lee, which is put her hand straight on the ground by the looks of it. Chiharu Nakamura.
Well, it was with her yarn that. There she is. She's had the collision, the clash. Matanapon. And making another substitution, Thailand. Number 12, Yuan Guthate.
Halfway through, well, 2 minutes left now in this second half. Only the 1 try so far to Misaki Suzuki. It's been all Japan. Nakamura, short ball comes steaming through. It was Kaiko Kato, and it looked forward anyway. Little miscommunication there. We saw her throw a forward one yesterday. Exact similar sort of situation, just overrunning it. And now Thailand with some rare possession.
Definitely forward. So Thailand, who haven't not got out of their own half yet. And this tenacious Japanese team, but equally Thailand not making the most of their possession when they do.
Here they go then, Thailand, straight out of the scrum and already on the defensive. They've lost 12-15 metres there. And that's a worm burner at the shoes of Nun Grutai. But Japanese line speed just a little bit too fast this time.
I wonder how you say worm burner in Thai.
That's a good hard straight line from Thailand, doing some muscle work there. That's a good weavy run from Tanachpon, but it's broken down there to show the go, and lots of action and razzmatazz, but Japan defence was just waiting.
Well, this is not helping Thailand's cause at all. They've had some good line-outs and scrum wins in these last minutes in the second half. There's only a minute to go. Japan lead 22-0. They've got to maintain possession if they're going to get down the other end and score points.
Big scrum from Thailand, good power, but it comes back for Susumi, fires it to Nakamura, and away comes Kaiko Kato, gets the legs working. Here goes Shimizu. She's got the wheel, she's got around the outside of Nagruntai, steps in off the left, and this little superstar, Mayu Shimizu, is swarming into her work on day 2, and that was brilliant work from Japan.
Mayu Shimizu. She really is getting through a ton of work in this game, this tournament. One of Japan's better consistent players. She really is coming into her own. Great game, great try.
13 tries in the series. She's out front for the series. Keep your eyes out for Zhao in China later on today. She's on her heels.
Here it is again. It's a lovely little ball with Kato. And she had a lot of work to do, Shimizu, in and around the fullback, outpacing the cover defence. There's two defenders there and she still gets the ball down decisively quick. The perception versus the reality, and Japan's last try.
And the next game between Hong Kong and China will start at 11:51 a.m.
So Japan win 29-0. Favourites before the game. Send a message to the other teams. Come and get us. We're in good form. Ideal playing conditions today, day 2 of the Asian 7 Series.